The Roman Empire. For 1,000 years, its emperors ruled the known world. Their legions were invincible, their monuments eternal, their power absolute. But what if the most powerful force in history was the idea it was built to destroy? A republic, a government of the people, by the people. What if the dream of the Roman Republic never died, and the age of emperors was strangled in its crib? To understand how the empire could have been avoided, we must understand why it was born. The late Roman Republic was not a peaceful democracy. It was a chaotic, blood-soaked arena. Decades of civil war, rampant corruption, and the rise of powerful generals like Marius, Sulla, and Pompey, who commanded armies loyal only to them, had torn the state apart. By the time Julius Caesar stood victorious, many Romans were exhausted by the chaos. The transition to an empire under his heir, Augustus, wasn't just a naked power grab. It was seen by many as a bitter medicine needed to restore peace, order, and stability. The empire was born as a solution to the Republic's fatal flaws. The year is 49 BC. Julius Caesar, the governor of Gaul, stands with his 13th legion on the banks of a small river called the Rubicon. This river marks the legal boundary of his authority. To cross it with his army means declaring war on the Senate. It means the death of the Republic. In our history, he uttered the famous words, "The die is cast," and crossed, plunging the world into a final, decisive civil war. But in this timeline, as he contemplates his fateful choice, a messenger arrives. A last-minute, desperate compromise has been brokered in the Senate by the great orator Cicero. It grants Caesar legal protections and the honors he craves, but demands he disband his army. To avoid the brand of traitor, Caesar accepts. He turns his legions back. The civil war is averted. The crisis is averted, but the Republic's deep-seated problems remain. The next century is not one of conquest, but of radical reform. The Senate is expanded, bringing in representatives from the provinces in Spain, Gaul, and Greece, giving them a real voice in government. The professional army is brought firmly under Senate control, ending the era of warlords. The Roman Republic slowly evolves, not into an autocracy, but into a stable, federal system. Without the crushing, top-down bureaucracy of the later emperors, the spirit of republican innovation flourishes. Value is placed on merchants, engineers, and scientists, not just aristocrats and soldiers. This sparks an industrial renaissance, centuries ahead of schedule. Hero of Alexandria's steam engine, a mere toy in our timeline, is developed into a real engine of power. Concrete formulas are perfected, great public works are undertaken, and the libraries of Alexandria and Rome become true centers of global learning. This reformed republic also changes the spiritual path of the world. Without an emperor like Constantine needing a single faith to unify his empire, Christianity is not adopted as the state religion. It remains one of many vibrant faiths within a pluralistic society, coexisting with the cults of Mithras and Isis and the traditional Greco-Roman pantheon. The idea of a single, state-enforced religion never takes hold in Europe. So, on this day, June 20th, 2025, what is the world's superpower? It is the Roman Federal Republic, a 2,000-year-old bastion of law, science, and commerce, its influence stretching across the globe. Latin, in a modernized form, is the universal language of business and diplomacy. The very concept of modern Europe is alien. The nations born from the ashes of the fallen empire, France, Spain, England, never formed in the same way. The history of this continent, from my vantage point here in Lithuania, is not one of a patchwork of rival kingdoms, but of provinces within a single enduring political entity. The great monarchies that defined European history, from the Tudors of England to the Jagiellonians of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, never rose. The world is one shaped not by crowns and thrones, but by 2 millennia of senatorial debate and republican values. By choosing compromise over conflict, Caesar unknowingly saved the republic and prevented the empire. He preserved a dream of freedom that, in this alternate timeline, never died. But did this choice prevent a dark age, or did it erase the very nations, cultures, and faiths that define our modern world? Which Rome do you believe was better for history? The chaotic but free republic, or the stable but autocratic empire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more journeys into the past that could have been, subscribe to Alternate History Explained.